Hello students. So today we shall study chapter 3 of geography, that is motions of the earth. The earth has two types of motions, namely rotation and revolution. Rotation is the movement of the earth on its axis, while revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. The axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66.5 degree with its orbital plane. The plane formed by the orbit is known as the orbital plane. The earth receives light from the sun. Due to the spherical shape of the earth, only half of it gets light from the sun at a time. The portion facing the sun experiences day, while the other half away from the sun experiences night. The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called circle of illumination. The earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. The period of rotation is known as the earth day. This is the daily motion of the earth. The earth takes 365 1/4 days, that is 1 year, to revolve around the sun. But we consider a year consisting of 365 days only and ignore 6 hours for the sake of the convenience. These 6 hours saved every year are added to make one day over a span of 4 years. This surplus day is added to the month of February. Thus, every fourth year, February is having 29 days instead of 28 days. Such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. The earth revolves around the sun in an oval-shaped orbit known as the elliptical orbit. Throughout its orbit, the earth is inclined in the same direction. A year is usually divided into summer, winter, spring, and autumn seasons. Seasons change due to the change in the position of the earth around the sun. Changes in seasons can be explained by two phenomena, that is, solstice and equinox. There are two solstices that we witness in a year, that is, summer solstice and winter solstice. Summer solstice. On 21st June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. The rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. As a result, these areas receive more heat. The areas near the poles receive less heat as the rays of the sun are slanting. The North Pole is inclined towards the sun, and the places beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight for about 6 months. Such a large portion of the northern hemisphere is getting light from the sun, so it is summer in this region. Now we will see it from the diagram. You can see on the screen there is a sun and an earth, and the North Pole is tilted towards the sun. The sun rays fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. Large portion of the northern hemisphere gets light, and southern hemisphere is getting the less heat and light. So it is the summer solstice when the most of the part, that is the northern hemisphere, is facing the sun, and it is summer season in the northern hemisphere. The longest day and the shortest night at these places occur on 21st June. At this time, in the southern hemisphere, all these conditions are reversed. It is winter season there. The nights are longer than the days. The position of the earth is called the summer solstice. Now we will see the winter solstice. On 22nd December, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. The Tropic of Cancer receives the direct rays of the sun as the south pole tilts towards it. As the sun rays fall vertically at the Tropic of Capricorn, a large portion of the southern hemisphere gets light. It is summer in the southern hemisphere with longer days and the shorter nights. The reverse happens in the northern hemisphere. This position of the earth is called a winter solstice. Now we will see it from the diagram. You can see the sun and earth on the screen. Now the south pole is tilted towards the sun and the north pole is away from the sun. Large portion of southern hemisphere is getting the direct heat while the northern hemisphere gets the less heat. The sun rays fall on Tropic of Capricorn, and so it is the winter solstice where the southern hemisphere is having the summer season and the northern hemisphere is having the winter season. Equinox. On 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun. So the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. This is called an equinox. On 23rd September, it is autumn season in the northern hemisphere and spring season in the southern hemisphere. While the opposite is the case on 21st March when it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Thus, we can say that the revolution causes changes in season, that all the season, that is a spring, summer, autumn, winter, all this happens due to the revolution of the earth, while rotation of the earth leads to the changes in the day and night. Thank you.